Hi, this is Dr. Danny Scahill, the founder of Ultimate Performance Formula and DannyScahill.com, and I'm joined today with one of my success stories from the Ultimate Performance Formula, Dee Patel, and Dee is a business development consultant. How are you doing this evening, Dee?
I'm very good, thank you. And you?
Very well indeed. Thanks for taking out some time of your busy schedule to join us tonight to share some of your learnings and successes from the Ultimate Performance Formula program.
You're welcome, Danny. It's a pleasure.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about why you got into Ultimate Performance Formula and what things were like before you started the program.
Um, I was all over the place. I was really scatty. Um, I couldn't focus, and ultimately, I just wasn't performing at my best. Well, not to my satisfaction, my own personal satisfaction. I just wasn't content with where I was and how things were rolling out for it, really, in my personal life and work and in all areas, really.
Okay, so it was the performance in general is something you wanted to look at.
Yeah, it just didn't. What I was doing was not sleeping enough. I had this thing where I just couldn't stop. So if I was working during the day, I was working through the night as well. I, I'd forgotten how to switch off. So that was affecting my performance. It was a vicious cycle. So your body kind of doesn't stop and it doesn't switch off. So you're in a state of, you can't think straight. You can for short periods during the day, but it's not consistent enough. And
Okay.
just in the way that, I mean, you heard me on our first initial consultation. I was as scatty as anything. I don't think I've ever met anybody that was as scatty as what I was back then. Feels like a long time ago. I don't actually remember it anymore.
It's funny that, isn't it? Because it was just
Yeah,
like 3 or 4 short months ago now, isn't it really?
it feels much longer.
Yeah, I bet you it does because it was a huge transformation on so many levels for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
So
Big.
now, yeah, absolutely. So now you've been through the program, what does it mean to you now? What's changed?
I've got my drive back, ambition. I used to have a very positive mental attitude and that's come back. Whereas before I was very, very lost. It was just, I was overwhelmed by absolutely everything. Whereas now I don't. And even if I do get a bit of anxiety, it's okay. I embrace it.
That's cool. So would you say it's been life-changing for you?
That's an yeah,
That's an understatement. I like
yeah.
that. That's that's a good testament to the Ultimate Performance Formula already. So yeah, this is why I do this work to help people get these transformations, both
Yeah,
in their performance in their personal life as well as the business. So
yeah.
it's really heartening, and it makes me really happy to hear things like that. So thanks for
Thank
being a
you.
part of it. It's been a pleasure. So what does it really mean for you now that you've been through the Ultimate Performance Formula program? What has it meant to the changes in your life and your business? If you were to sort of summarize what the direct benefits were for other people listening to this.
I was being approached for work and business and stuff, and I would shy away from it. And now I don't. I just say yes. I'll take it on no matter how big or small the project is or whether I've got experience doing that or not, whereas I kind of used to feel like, oh no, I can't do that. I've not done that before, whereas the other person's asking me to do it, whoever my client is at the time, because they've seen something in you and want you specifically, they've chosen you specifically to fulfill certain objectives for their business, whereas I would just completely shy away from it. Whereas now, irrespective of whether I've done that before or not, I have the skill set and um, and the drive to do it, so I let that guide me.
Nice.
I don't actually shy away as much as I did before and think, oh my God, no, I've not done it before. I used to kind of, that's it, I just used to crumble and be like, no, 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 I can't do that. You need to find someone else. And I've missed out on a lot of opportunities, whereas now I just take it as a challenge to grow from
That's really good.
and realize that I deserve it. I deserve to have those experiences. And at the end of the day, what I believe that experiences is what make you a well-rounded, happier person. in general in life. And so I'm just a lot happier, to be honest. I'm not so scared of kind of twiddling my toes in the unknown now.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, because I remember way back when we started, and it does feel like a long time ago, doesn't it? Although it wasn't. I
Yeah.
remember in the initial calls, there was a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear as to, I guess, a lot of areas of your life, but it was sort of stemming into your business, wasn't it?
Yeah, whereas before it didn't used to do that, it was starting to do that. And that's when I kind of realized I need to do something and I need to seek out and get some help. Because doing it myself, I wasn't getting anywhere. And I was just Googling. I was online just surfing and when I should have been sleeping and I came across you. That was it. And I called you and it just took a leap of faith.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, in addition to those benefits, what were the health benefits that you've experienced through going through the program?
Do you know what? I don't know if you remember, but I always used, it didn't matter what I ate. I thought I wasn't eating enough. So it was kind of, I always felt weak. It's like you don't have that vitality and I'd lost it. I just didn't, I couldn't get enough energy no matter what I did. And what was happening is I was going to the gym, whereas before I could easily do a back-to-back class of body pump and then an aerobic class of, I don't know, spin or something straight after. 20 minutes into a spin class, I'd faint. Um, and that was it. It was just, it was a bit scary. I went to they couldn't really help with it. They gave me blood tests and just iron deficient and vitamin D, got my vitamin D and iron back up and it still wasn't making a difference. Um, and you kind of got me, although I used to juice when I was a lot younger, you got me back into doing it. And that had a profound effect on many levels for me, on how energetic I was, how much more focused I became mentally, just calmer. I sleep better because of it. And now you get obsessed. Now my body kind of only wants whole foods, nutritionally dense food. It rejects. I was addicted to sugar, anything sweet, and I was there. Now I don't, it's not even a case of, oh, I can't have it. I don't even desire it or want it or crave it.
Fantastic. So, like I said many times through the program, and I always say to my clients, whether it's one-to-one or one-to-many, it's a case of adding in the good stuff and the bad stuff falls away. Do you remember me saying that a few times throughout the,
Yeah.
yeah?
And that was the deal. That was basically that's what flicked the switch in my mind because until before then it was like, oh, you can't have that. Whereas now I don't focus on what I can't have. I focus more on what good I can put in. And then it crowds how much you crowd yourself with so much good that there's no longer enough room for the bad.
Simple but effective, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just a slight change of words that made a massive, profound difference in the way that I treat myself and my body.
It's funny how powerful language is, isn't it? Change a few
Yeah,
words and you can change your life.
yeah.
Good stuff. So, why would you recommend people join the Ultimate Performance Formula? What would you say to people out there?
Just do it, really.
Excellent. Any particular reason why though?
You'll never look back and you'll never regret it. It's if there's any if you're going to spend your money on anything and you want a massive return on investment, this is it. It's a lifetime return on investment.
That's powerful. That is, I can't say anything else to that other than, you know, it's been a pleasure to be working with you through the Ultimate Performance Formula D, and you've done an absolutely fantastic job because it's not just me who's helped you, you've helped yourself massively, haven't you?
Yeah, but I think the timing was right with the right person and it was having faith and trust as well. And just normally, I'm very curious and normally I question absolutely everything. And I probably did give you a bit of a run for your money as well from time to time. But it was just taking action. It was just really simple. It was easy. It was not complicated at all. And the way you did it, it wasn't overwhelming. It was just step by step and it was doing one thing at a time and getting proficient at doing that one thing and tracking it and knowing how you're doing and then when you're ready to move on to the next stage, which I know is common sense most of the time, but we don't really always follow common sense, do we?
No, we don't. As I remember the first proper job I had when I was about 18, my boss at that time, he says, do you know what, Danny? Common sense is not that common. And I've heard multiple people say it over the years, but that was the first time I heard it, and it's very true.
Yeah. You gave me a clip on visualization and I never say this right. Is it EFT?
The EFT was one of the strategies that we used to break
Yeah.
through some of the stuff, yeah.
Oh my God, that is some seriously powerful stuff.
It is, isn't it? And how easy is it?
Yeah.
It's
And it's
easy, isn't
just
it?
so easy and it doesn't really take it was I'm working 7 days a week at the moment. So for me to have the time to do things and I've got other responsibilities, I was easily able to do it. And you can do it anywhere you are. So sometimes if I'm at work and I feel like, oh gosh, my anxiety is creeping back up again, it was easy just to start doing it. Even though I'm not doing the tapping motion, I can imagine it and it still helps and makes a massive difference.
It does, yeah, because
Yeah.
sometimes you don't want to tap your face and tap
Um,
whatever you need to tap exactly. So yeah, imaginary tapping, once you get used to doing the rounds of tapping, is you can easily imagine just tapping your head and whatnot without actually doing it. So yeah, it's simple but effective once again.
yeah. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for taking out time from your busy schedule to share some of your insights from being on the program, Dee. It's very much appreciated that you've shared some of your insights with us.
You're welcome, Danny. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. You've been listening to Dr. Danny Scahill, the founder of DannyScahill.com and Ultimate Performance Formula. And if you'd like more information about my programs, be sure to go to www.dannyscahill.com and register for a breakthrough consultation.